Got all the scaffolding set up around now on the walk boards. Now we're going to start setting strings up and pull in our diagonals and pull in our lines so we can start getting our roof bands installed. This is quite a large boathouse, so this will be a big process to get this thing squared up right. If you don't do it right from the beginning, then you'll be paying for it when you start framing it up. Chase is getting the first rafter stood up on the boathouse now. It's going to be a 5-on-12 hip with a 5-on-12 hip that goes over the sun deck also. We're changing our vibrator out now to a bucket so we can get all the rock that we just installed straightened up on the seawall. After we get our quarried limestone installed, we go ahead and wash it off with the water jet, get all the dirt out of it so the rock locks in place real good. Picking it up in the yard, have a tendency to pick up a little bit of rock as you're transporting it. So we get this sand and dirt to wash down in between all the rocks and kind of lock them all in place. Makes it look a lot better, finished product. Stick framing done on the boathouse, the rafters up. Get ready to start on the rafters for covering the sun decks boathouse. We're pushing down to the next project. We got a little hurricane damaged dock to repair with the Skanska barge hit. This is the dock and boathouse that the Skanska barge hit. We're going to try to salvage this platform. Let's take the decking off and reuse it. Hit that thing, knocked it loose. Over here on the corner, the barge actually hit this boathouse piling. You can see it snapped it right off of the beams up top there. We're gonna take that out, take this piling out, reset the piling. The end of this pier here also got tore up. Just snapped off all the stringer framing, 2x8s, and snapped off the piling. It's underwater right there. See that? So we'll be replacing that piling. It actually broke all the cross bracing underneath the dock in this area right here with the impact. So we'll be lifting this platform up, repairing the stringers that are broke, and putting new cross ties on. You see them in pretty bad shape. After the barge hit the dock here, it moved on over to the seawall over there. You can see where it damaged the seawall, got into the seawall, tore it up pretty bad right there. And then end up landing up against that seawall over there. It was beached for a while and they finally got it pulled off. Pretty close to hitting that house because there was probably about 4 to 5 foot of water here at the time. Getting all the framing off, and noticed that the platform up underneath the boathouse had raised up. So we reached in there with the vibrator, a little meticulous work there, and drove that pole down just a little bit to get that deck over there to line back up. Cutting off all the old bolts and old cross ties. We're going to go back with new. Now we got the other ridge coming off, the ridge from the main boathouse. This is the ridge that goes over top of the sun deck. And actually ended up working out just perfect where our ridge sat on top of the other ridge. That never happens. We got all of our hurricane clips installed on the trusses or rafters, and we're doing our collar ties across the top. And as you see, we bolt those with high-tip galvanized bolts. We get this up as high as we can so you can lift your boat really high in the boathouse, and also keeps birds from perching on top of it. Be a nice, pretty lined boathouse when we get done. And we made it back over to our repair job. We got that boathouse going on, probably about 4 or 5 boathouses up the way there. And we're over here doing a hurricane repair with a barge hit. Guys are tearing down the platform right now. Got that all tore down. The guys got a platform tore apart yesterday. We got some cross bracing on, some stringers and framing on. Got it all bolted. We're getting the decking laid back down now. Customer decided to use the old decking that was on here, so we flipped it over to get the better side, unused side up. A little bit more life out of that decking. And then the bottom portion here, we don't have it framed yet, just has some scaffolding up. We're going to frame that up and then install through flow through there. Since it's so close to water, that'll have a little bit better survivability rate during the hurricanes and storm surges. Got some more material delivered to this job site over here, so I'm taking the barge down to pick up some materials. It's a little easier access in the backyard instead of toting it all the way back there. But guys are doing real good. Got the L-shaped hip style roof all framed up. We're putting the Raptor straps across the top now, collar ties, and we'll be putting plywood on later on today. Size boathouse. Well, it's time for a lunch break now, and I got to have lunch with my beautiful bride. Tilly, our favorite restaurant, Mariachi's in Gulf Breeze. Y'all need to come down and visit it. It's really good. This is where the boathouse piling was broken off from the boathouse roof, so we're trying to get that leftover piece of piling that's broken off and bolted in between the double 2x12s out. Here's some aerial shots of the projects we're working on. This is the repair job that we're doing where the Skanska barge hit it. You see the upper deck we've already got replaced. Now we're installing the through flow on the lower deck. And there's some sections of the dock that we're going to be repairing also. This is the boathouse we've been working on a little ways up the way. Chase has done a really good job getting this roof framed up. This is an L-shape hip style roof on top of this boathouse, and if you look at all the lines, they all line up perfectly. Really proud of this one. Looks really good. You see the seawall we built up there with a riprap in front of it. I wanted to show off some of the detail work that we do on our hip roofs. We don't just slap them up there, we put them up there and make sure all the cuts are custom cuts, everything's strapped together, hurricane straps. Just take a look at this. This is just a beautiful piece of artwork. Yeah, we had a couple issues with our boat motor. I think we got some water in the fuel, so I got a mobile mechanic coming down here to Mahogany Mill. Going to meet us at the dock side and get it repaired. And while I'm doing that, I had my welder come by. He's going to give me some more brackets welded on the side of my barge here to support our aluminum pipes for jetting. We got a mechanic here now. Looks like we're pulling the filters out on the fuel rail for the injectors. I think we probably got some water where we're thinking in the #1 injector. So hopefully that'll take care of it and give us some more power so we can get up to speed. Hey, here's some good information. When you try to change the fuel filter on the boat, don't use them channel locks down here, because as soon as I did, it busted this thing wide open. You're supposed to actually get it more up here, which makes sense. I just couldn't see it. And he also says they make a tool for it. So I'm gonna go over here and see if I can't find me another fuel filter while we're working on this thing. Hey, what I decided to do is just make like a vlog of what we're doing. We've got so many projects going on, it's hard to get the start and the completion. So I'll just do a couple weekly updates on what's going on and show all the projects we got going on. For the ones of you guys that subscribed and comment frequently, I appreciate it. It's nice talking with you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you got any questions or comments about what we're doing, please feel free to leave them and I'll try to get back with you. Thanks a lot.